Ungeared and Afraid, Rifti Beats, Sunkiller, Sanctum, World of Warcraft, Midnight. Alright, so this presents us with a delve. I guess it's a delve. No, I think it's a dungeon. It is a dungeon. No, it is a delve. Okay, so let's discover this delve together. Shall we?
Geared Ret Paladin through progression. Can we get an undergeared Ret Paladin through progression delve? Let's find out. Today we are tackling Sunkiller Sanctum, found in the Voidstorm. Demirius Duskwalker got a little too unconventional with his experiments, and now we have to clean up the Lightborn before they overrun the whole Sanctum. We're running this on an eye level 238 Ret Paladin at a delve tier 8. The suggested eye level is 244, so we've got a bit of a challenge ahead of us. Joining us as our companion is the iconic rogue Vyrah Sanguinar. Seeing that we are a bit under the power suggestion, we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to swap her out from our normal healing spec to a tank. Our goal is going to be nuke everything down before she goes down. For her talents, we've got Sanctum's Edict, which gives an absorb shield on kills. Great for the whole keeping her alive strategy. We've also got Overflowing Void Spire that gives a flat damage and healing buff after 25 seconds in combat. Kicking off the scenario, our first objective is sealing these light bloom crates. Controlled aggression is our play here. No reckless pulling, but we're really trying to clear each area and as little ghosts as possible. Ret's rotation revolves around Wake of Ashes, a 30-second cooldown. That should work really well with our timing as we move room to room. These mobs definitely have substantial HP, and Vyrah gets quite low on some of these pulls, but we've got Sanctum's Edict shielding, and that's giving us just enough padding to get by. From a damage point of view, Divine Storm and Wake of Ashes, our AoE abilities, are really doing the heavy lifting here. We've paired the new Light Within Apex talent with the Art of War option, focusing on auto attacks. We've also taken the Zealot's Favor talent to give us a little bit more value out of that Art of War choice. Moving on to our next objective, we're fighting through one of the tougher rooms in order to get the Sanctum security panel turned on. It got a little dicey, but we were able to clear this room. We've got the security system back on, and we're kind of in the final stretch. Our pulls are going smoothly. We're really trying to stay out of the light pools on the ground, not take that AoE damage, and really focusing on kicking some of these more targeted spells. Our next goal is making sure we've removed sufficient light and void threats from the Sanctum. Really focusing on those smooth, consistent AoE pulls to get us through these packs quickly. Coming to our final challenge, clearing out the corrupted Umber roots. There are 3 of them, they are big, and they absolutely have hands. They've got frontals, poison, they summon ads, and they have beams that need to be kicked. There's a lot going on in these fights. We're really trying to find our rhythm in the attack, making sure we're dodging the pools, we're focusing ads, getting them down to a manageable level. Vyrah really is the MVP here. She's holding her own without any direct heals, really allowing us to focus on damage, positioning, and kicks. Now that we've got that rhythm down, we're making our way through the first 2, we're on to the final fight, we can smell the loot. Gonna toss a few heals to Vyrah and a Blessing of Sacrifice before the final fight, just to be safe, and before we know it, we've cleared up Demirius' mess. Well, at least for now. We got lucky on the loot with a trinket upgrade and a nice ring from the Bountiful Coffer. This will really help us as we gear up to continue our progression towards that end goal of tier 11 delves. Thanks for watching, and join us next time as we tackle new dungeons coming to midnight.
Okay, so basically, they do a full explanation of what is a delve, how to play it, what is the intended vibe, feeling that that the developers want you to have as you play the delves. For me, there is nothing much to say except that it is really well done. The player that or the developer that actually does it really does it in a really new player like in a way that a new player will not feel completely lost about it. So this is absolutely great. I think that, like, to me, there is nothing to comment except that, like, or else I look like I will look like someone judging someone else's work for how they work. I'm not this type, these people bosses. I'm just someone who enjoys the game. But like, this is actually a really great way to discover and understand what is a delve, how you should play it, how Blizzard wants you to feel when you are doing delves. And yeah, this is a great this is great. Yeah, so yeah, thank you Blizzard for this video. This is actually really helpful, and I really hope that that a lot of new players got to understand a little bit more about delves thanks to this video.